Welcome back to News USA. It is January 30th, 2021. And how's everybody doing? Been a little while since we checked in, but just wanted to drop in and talk about this story that has been making some pretty big headways or headlines over the last 24 hours, 48 hours or so. Apparently, there is this Reddit group called Wall Street Bets who took on the big boys up there on Wall Street, and it looks like they actually won. Now, as somebody who is very heavy into investing, I have several brokerage accounts, including a Robinhood account, the culprit surrounding this matter. This one kind of hits home with me, so I wanted to talk about it a little bit. And first things first, kudos to these guys, these Wall Street bets guys and gals, I'm pretty sure it is. They banded together and pretty much took on, the heavy hedge funds and pretty much pushed the prices of GameStop up. I think it was over 1,200 or 1,400% in a matter of days. And by doing so, these hedge funds started to lose money because they were wanting to short the stocks and make money on the way down. Not sure if you guys know exactly what that means, but it's pretty much called short selling, where you're selling the security in hopes to buy it back the further down that it goes, and you can make a money both going up and down. Most people think that you can only make money going up, but you can make money both ways. And it's risky, but the big hedge funds, they know what they're doing, and they do it all the time. But anyway, so these guys banded together and pretty much took Wall Street on. And looks like they're pretty much winning the battle. Now, in the midst of all of this, Robinhood decided that either because they didn't have the capital or the funds to be able to support all of the trading, or because their big boy friends were getting their asses handed to them, they decided to shut down Robinhood to where that you couldn't really do anything with. You couldn't buy the GameStop shares anymore. They pretty much shut it down to all of their users, and that caused the hedge fund to be able to go ahead and short the stock and push drive the prices all the way back down. So you had a bunch of people who were losing money because they were inside of a trade or whatnot and couldn't do anything with it. And if you ask me, Robinhood is dead wrong. I think Robinhood was pretty much protecting the big boys and protecting the big guys and allowing the little guys to take a beating because they were winning. Now, they say they were doing it to protect the interest of their, of the people who use their platform, which doesn't make sense to me. How are you protecting their interests if they're making a bunch of money, if they're winning? Why would you need to protect them from making a bunch of money? That makes absolutely no sense to me. I think it's the other way around. I think that they were trying to support their friends up there on Wall Street or support any of their other, giant hedge firms, who, big boy players who have a bunch of money or whatnot. They wanted to protect them. That's what it's looking like. It looks like the SEC is going to get involved in this, as they should. And hopefully everything works out for the best for anybody who's into retail trading, because we're the ones who's constantly taking the beating on the other side of the stick when they do the same exact thing. All of these guys get together and they're talking to each other in these hedge funds, and they know what they're going to do with different trades, and they're all doing the same thing, placing bets in one direction or the other on securities. And when it happened to them, they apparently didn't like it that much, and that's a good thing. I hope that this blows something open. I hope that it makes things, more accessible for retail traders. I hope that it exposes what they do up there and gives everyone a fair opportunity, or more of a fair shake, to be able to trade and be able to make money in the markets, because it's a very lucrative thing to learn, and you can do well if you pay attention in it. Like I said, I have several brokerage accounts. I'm not, the world's best guru, but I have a pretty good understanding of it, and I enjoy it quite a bit. And I'm always watching the markets and always looking at what's going on. I did not take place in this particular situation, this particular trade. I thought it was kind of risky, which it was, obviously. And good thing that I didn't, because I might have possibly lose some money. it's kind of called a pump and dump, things like this. And you kind unless you're watching it, I do a lot of things professionally, in my work life or whatnot. So I don't have as much time all the time to sit and watch constantly. So you got to be there and watch for things when things start to go bad and be able to get out of a trade if it's not going well. And so I don't really pay attention to too much pump and dumps or whatnot. I kind of have some long-term investments or whatnot, and I do some trading in the Forex market, some day trading there. So a little bit of an understanding of it. But like I said, hopefully this makes a big difference in the investment world, and it kind of opens up the eyes of a lot of people, SEC and whatnot, and get them involved. And hopefully they take the side of the little guy, the not so little guy that they found out this week. But we'll have to see him. We'll have to wait and see what Robinhood has to say about it. They've made a couple of statements. I don't know what they're going to do. They did send some emails out and talking about why they did what they did. But I think that they should be held accountable. It's not a good thing what they did. They should allow their people to win just as much as the big guys get to win. And if it is a situation where they didn't have the liquidity to handle all of the trades, then that they may be exposed. If it is a situation where they were protecting the hedge funds and that comes out, then I think that's going to be horrible for their platform. I mean, this could have been the chance for them to boom in numbers and users or whatnot, and get people on their side, get the general public on their side against, the huge hedge funds. They could have been huge. Depending on which way this goes, it might have been a bad decision. But they're not Robinhood so far. They're okay. They don't really have a lot of the tools and charting capabilities that I'd like them to have. But for, trades, if you're watching a different chart, they're okay. You can get the job done pretty decently. But other than that, it's not the best platforms, one of the best platforms as it pertains to charting. But we'll have to wait and see what happens with them, if this is going to crumble them or if they're going to be exonerated. And it turns out that they were really just trying to help their users. I don't think that's the case, but we'll have to wait and see. Thanks, guys. Stay tuned to News USA.